What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
Three, two, one. What's going on, Marvin?
What up?
How you doing?
Doing great.
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Harsh Language Podcast. This is episode 130. We do not have Dusty with us today, unfortunately.
No.
But we're here, and we're ready to roll. We're talking about Havoc today, not the 2020, not the 20, when did that one come out? Havoc, 2005, goddamn, not the 2005 Anne Hathaway film of the same name. But this is the new 2025 Havoc that came out a couple days ago on Netflix with Tom Hardy, directed by Gareth Evans. So we got that one today. Should be a fun conversation. How was your week, Marvin?
Oh, it was pretty good. Didn't do too much outside activities.
No?
Cut some grass, doing dad stuff nowadays.
Nice. Not a dad, but doing dad stuff? Or are you a dad now and I didn't know about it?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Fur babies. That's all I got.
There you go. You got a nice yard and shit fenced in?
Yep, fenced in.
You don't let the cat out though, right?
Supervised. I let him out with supervision.
No
Backyard.
leash.
Nah, no leash.
He don't go away?
Nope.
Wow. What a good cat you got.
Yeah.
He
used to go away. Oops.
Perfect.
He used to go away in Vegas.
Yeah, I remember. But he went there a couple times, like he didn't come back or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't come back for days on end.
Yeah, I think that's what outdoor cats do. It's kind of weird. I don't understand how people could be like just straight up outdoor cat owners.
Yes, I mean,
I think I would just be freaking out constantly.
Yeah, you kind of just let them do their thing, though. Honestly, let them just be free. It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens.
They are descendants of lions, so they are tough.
Let them roam.
But no, that's cool that he doesn't go anywhere. Just like hangs out. Like he'll listen to you. Like if he veers off and you say come back, he will.
To an extent, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, he doesn't really try to jump over the fence or anything. So.
Oh, all right.
But I do have to pick him up to take him inside most times.
Interesting. Let him explore the new hood, Marvin. Let him fucking establish himself in the neighborhood.
Yeah. It's just that we don't have a doggy door here. So
he can't just come in.
Yeah.
He'll leave like a window open, but that I guess opens you up for like home invasions and stuff.
Bugs, a lot of bugs.
Oh yeah. As long as you don't live in a city like fucking this city here in Havoc, then you're fine. But nice. Did you watch anything this week?
I've been watching a lot of stuff, kinda, honestly. I watched all of Andor.
Oh yeah, I slipped up. I know we were supposed to watch it, but
yeah, I was shocked you didn't watch it all.
Well, I do want to talk about it, not specifically, but something specific. It sparked a little bit of controversy among the nerds and the anti-woke crew. It's kind of funny.
We'll have to talk about it in a little bit because I don't remember what it could have been. What else did I watch? I started watching Handmaid's Tale, so it came back a couple of weeks ago now. Actually, I thought it was recently that it came. I mean, it's kind of recent, like 6 episodes in or 5 or 6. So C and I watched that. We watched like 2 episodes. Had to watch a recap though because it had been quite a while since the last season. But it's pretty good. I like. It's 6 seasons now, so
yeah, it's a lot. Is this the last one, or they're still going strong?
I don't know. I don't know if I heard any news if it was the last one or not. I hope it is. I got other stuff I want to watch. Not that it's not a bad show, but
I understand.
It's had its shine. It's kind of went through the glory seasons, like first 3 seasons, and then it kind of like.
I can't believe it's still on, to be quite honest. I mean, I remember when it first came out, people were like raving about it.
It's good, yeah. I didn't even know that there was like a 1960s version of the movie.
It's based on a book, right?
It's based on a book, yeah. I forgot. I think it's Margaret Atwood or something like that. But there is a movie from like the 60s or 70s. Didn't know that was a thing. I just saw when I was browsing, looking for the show.
Yeah,
and then
season 2017, so almost 10 years at this point, yeah.
Yep. What else did I watch? Oh, I'm caught up on. Well, I didn't watch the last night's episode of Last of Us, but I watched the first 2 episodes of Last of Us.
They were good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's a good watch, and
The episode that shocked the world.
it was a good episode because of like the whole invasion of the zombies coming into the encampment.
Mm-hmm. It's actually. I haven't watched it yet. I might start it tonight. I got a lot of watching to do. Got to catch up. I've had a busy week, just like work wise, but it's interesting to see like how it plays out in the game versus the show. Because as I said, I thought season 1 was too quick. I thought season 1 like sped through the plot of the first game.
Yeah.
And the second game is long as fuck. It's like 2 separate stories entirely that merge into one. And so, spoilers if you didn't know that, my bad. It was vague enough. But anyway,
that's vague.
It's a lot of content, is what I'm trying to say. And so you just said something that like made me realize how they probably fit, because that invasion of their settlement is like fairly quick in the game, but I could see that being like an entire episode of a show, which it probably was, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I don't know, we could get like another 2, maybe another season 2 if they really want to stretch it out, but I think another whole season. Like this will for sure be 2 seasons. Game 2. For sure, at least.
Yeah.
So
I've been watching what else have I been watching? I'm almost done with season 2 of X-Files.
Oh yeah, nice.
I am on last episode of season 2, 25.
Okay.
Anasazi is the name of the episode.
Good one.
It's actually looks like it's a 2-part.
Yup. I remember this one very, very, very vividly. It's actually crazy.
Oh, it's a 3-part. It goes into a 3-part in the 3rd season. That's cool. I
know I've watched this show so many fucking times, but just you saying the name of the episode and I already like know what it is actually, it's something that I've seen among the X-Files like fandom too, but I don't know if I've seen this with other shows. Really?
Yeah, you got to be real dedicated to know episode names.
But the X-Files was structured in such a way where like the name of the episode was like so like I guess
that's true,
intertwined with the episode itself.
Yeah, some of them are definitely like that.
Breaking Bad had a similar way, and so did Better Call Saul. Like Breaking Bad, like I remember episodes like The Fly, how they called it The Fly. There's
I do remember that episode. I remember certain Breaking Bad episodes properly based on the name.
Yeah.
That would be a good like Wordle type game.
Show episodes?
Yeah, like name the title and then you gotta put in the plot or something like that. That would be cool.
So you're liking X-Files then?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
I've
good. Getting ready for the Ryan Coogler one.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I still need to see Sinners. I almost went to see it last Tuesday, but it was too packed. I was telling you guys in the chat.
Of course it's packed. That fucking deal of the century, $5 movie, popcorn, soda.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Blowjob. I don't know what else you get at that theater.
It was just too packed in there.
I was gonna go see it this week, but one of my buddies who wants to see it went to Florida, I guess, for like a spring break thing or some shit. So I'm gonna wait for him to come back. I'll probably see it this weekend. But
nice.
It's getting rave reviews. Looks good.
Yeah. Did it hit the I
was gonna wait to talk about it in the news. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's doing pretty good. But I was just, since Dusty's not here, he's the newsman. We got slim pickings this week, so we'll talk about that in a bit. I watched the only things I watched this week were I watched the movie. Obviously, I watched The Righteous Gemstones, which I know I keep saying it, but this is the weekly reminder. It's the best show on TV right now, hands down. Like,
is it better than the studio show?
It's impossible to answer. It's very different. It's a very different show. Do I like it better? Yeah, I do like it better.
Okay, so you like it better. Okay.
It's just, I can't glaze him enough. Danny McBride is a national treasure. He's the funniest person who's ever lived. And he's creative as fuck. I'm surprised the Halloween trilogy that he was a part of was so bad. But I could see where he was going with like certain aspects of him in it.
Yeah.
Because all his shows, Eastbound didn't do it, but like Vice Principals, I don't know if you watched that.
I didn't.
It's like just straight comedy, and then there's always like this element of like thriller in it, and then sometimes downright horror, and it flips on a dime, which is crazy. And now Gemstones is doing that a little bit. They've done it every season with like the thriller part of it, because they're like a super rich evangelical like mega church.
Yeah. I watched
family.
the first episode.
Yeah, so they have like enemies and stuff. But this season specifically is going in like a different direction. And the last episode was like just straight up like thriller, and it was cool. and then also like the show is like obviously super comedy, but like it's rooted in like this really emotional thing that I think they're probably going to bring it back around to that foundational element by the end of this series now, because it's the last season.
Yeah.
And I'm actually like crying at moments in the show.
Damn.
He's just such a good writer. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. The whole concept is that like they're the family, the mom, like the matriarch of the family, she's dead. She's not in the show. So a lot of it like flashes back to her, and she is framed as like the moral like foundation of the family.
Right.
And without her, a lot of the comedy comes from the fact that the three children, which is Danny McBride and I forget the other two actors' names, but like they're like just fucking assholes basically.
Yeah.
But it's because the absence of the mother. And it's just, oh man, it's really good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. That's why I want some of these other shows to stop so I can watch other stuff. Too many shows.
Yeah.
I heard about this other show too, Dope Thief on Apple TV. Have you heard about that one?
Dope Thief? I maybe saw the trailer. I don't know.
It's got the guy from...
I did hear about this, yeah. Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah, wasn't he from Atlanta or something? What was
he was in he was in Into the Spider-Verse. He played his
he
uncle.
was in Atlanta. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. He voiced the uncle, yeah.
He's been in a bunch of shit. I mean, he's in not Avengers, Eternals.
Yeah. Transformers, yeah.
I haven't watched Atlanta. I heard that show's great.
So funny, yeah.
It's about hip hop, right? Or no?
It's I mean, it's definitely got some like hip hop influence, culture wise stuff in there. Because they have some rappers show up. I don't even know how to describe what it's about. It's just about this guy that lives in Atlanta. It's like a bunch of wacky shit happening.
What's the show I'm thinking about that's about like hip hop? I can't. Fuck. Anyway. Yeah, that's one I gotta watch eventually. Atlanta. I've heard nothing but good things about that show.
Yeah.
But,
I haven't started Black Mirror, but Black Mirror is back.
Yep. That'll be a while before I get around to that. I'm like a few seasons behind.
Oh, wow.
Because that's not one you have to like keep up with, really. You know what I mean?
Nah.
It's like something you watch and binge. But I also, you mentioned Studio. That show's so brilliant. It's still very good. I'm not to take anything away from it by the comparison, but
yeah,
it's like great if you're like a film nerd, really. Because I mean, it's great in general, but it does a lot of like subtleties that are like, if you're like a film idiot, then you know.
Right.
And each episode does like things that you know are like in the show is a love letter and an indictment of Hollywood and of the film industry and like how it works. And like it simultaneously is celebrating it and like the history of film, but also like shitting on where it is now as a business and how it's like super commoditized and monetized and like all the stuff that we talk about on the regular, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been really funny. This last episode, they did something like each episode kind of does some sort of like film thing or tactic. And in this one, they did something called, what the fuck? The Texas Shuffle or something. And it's basically like a film technique where like it's a single shot, but a character will walk off screen. And in that off screen second or two, he switches with the stunt double.
Oh yeah.
And then the stunt double does a thing. And so there's a scene where he falls through a table and they do that technique. And it's like, it's just cool that every episode kind of like does a film thing.
Nice. Yeah.
Like the second episode was One Single Oneer, which is like a huge film thing. Yeah. And the episode was called The Oneer. And it's about a film that the movie studio in the show is producing doing a oneer on the movie that they're working on. It's just a very meta show. It's very good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I love it. And then I told you the last episode was probably my favorite so far. The studio is working on a movie that's like a noir, and the whole movie is like, it's Seth Rogen, his character. He's the studio head, and he's trying to figure out what happened to this lost movie reel. And it's like, did they make it like this big mystery? But he's narrating it the way Jack Nicholson does in Chinatown, and they use the soundtrack to Chinatown, and it's like,
oh my god,
it's very funny. Yeah,
that's funny.
So yeah, I've only watched those two things this week. I haven't really gotten around too much. I really wanted to watch Andor, and then I knew it was going to happen because every Star Wars show and Disney show just has to have this fucking bullshit happen. But what'd you think about it so far before we get into the controversy?
I love Andor. I was talking to a buddy about this. He's a big Star Wars fan.
Still hitting then?
Yeah, I think so.
Same quality as season 1 so far? Or better?
Quality, you mean?
Just like, does it have the same mojo as season 1?
Oh yeah.
Because season 1 was like different, you know?
Yeah. It's been kind of slowish, I feel like. I'm trying to remember because it was 3.
Season 1 was slow. That was one of Dusty's gripes about it, is that it moved along.
Maybe it's the same then. It's not slow in a bad way. Just yeah. No, I think it's about the same. I like. I was telling my buddy, I just like how clean the show is when they show just the tech stuff in the show. I like the way it looks. So like sleek and stuff. Just compare, because like the older Star Wars movie is like janky ass. They don't have the size budget and all that. Andor's piloting skills stressed me the hell out the first episode. I was like, dude, how Andor's piloting skills. Oh. And that was the first episode, I think. Yeah. Where he was trying to get that the new TIE fighter or whatever.
Right.
And then come to find out it was just because it was a new one and he wasn't trained on that one.
Nice. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I think 3 episodes released, and I think they're releasing them in 3 episode blocks, right? And each
that's what it's going to be, like jumps or something, right? Between them, or
each 3 episodes, I think, is representative of like a single year.
Yeah.
And then it's all leading up to where we originally meet him in Rogue One.
Right. Yep.
So that's cool.
What was the woke thing?
Oh,
that happened?
So there's this guy who definitely is a virgin. His name is Star Wars Theory, and he's like one of the bigger like Star Wars like content creators out there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of like the big dominant voices during the whole like I don't even remember the fucking name of the show. It was so bad. What was the show with the twins that was awful that came out last?
With the twins.
Yeah, the one that was just got absolutely
Acolyte?
Acolyte, yeah.
Or was it the
yeah, you're right. Yeah. He was one of the louder voices shitting on the Acolyte. He does like the anti-woke thing, but he tries to like hide it behind the fact he's like, listen, I'm just a Star Wars purist. That's all I'm saying.
Purist.
Yeah. So with this, he took a real issue with the fact that he's getting absolutely shit on the internet, though, which is really funny. He's getting like absolutely cyberbullied, rightfully so, because he said the dumbest shit ever. So he was upset about, and I guess it's a spoiler for me, but apparently, what's her name in the show, Cassian's lady, she has some sort of like sexual assault thing happen, or there's, I don't know if it's about her. I think it is. But there's
it is.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's at the hands of some stormtroopers, right?
It's at the hand of not a stormtrooper, but like one of the lieutenant or whatever, right? Like,
yeah.
Not the guy in a stormtrooper suit, but he has like a Nazi suit on, basically.
Yeah, it's just some Imperial guy. So of course, thematically, this is showing how like fascism and like these totalitarian regimes like are bad, like that this is what happens in these groups, and like, you know, when power thinks it's absolute, like, and men are abusive anyway, like this is it's just they're emboldened now. And so this fucking guy, this Star Wars theory guy, he came out and was initially like, "Oh, I don't want fucking sexual assault in my Star Wars. Like Star Wars was what happened to it being about children, da 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 da, and like all this stuff."
What?
He's like, "I don't want that. I don't want to see that in my Star Wars." And it's like, I don't want to have to see that. It's like, bro, like first of all, nobody's like, that's not what it's about. Like they're not forcing it down your throat because it's like, since when is like being aware of sexual assault woke? Like it doesn't make any sense. So then, as far as I understood it, he like backpedaled a little bit and then tried to reframe it in like Star Wars context and was like, well, you know, Darth Vader might be evil, but he would never stand for that in his empire. It's like, bro, what? Like, no, he literally said
he forgot Order 66.
Yeah, he forgot that Vader literally killed children.
Baby killing is cool, but no.
That's where he draws the line. Yeah,
that's where I draw the line.
Yeah. And he's just
slaves are also cool and showing nipples to kids.
Oh yeah.
That's all good.
Well, where did that happen?
Yeah, the fucking.
Oh, Leia. Is that what you mean?
No.
Oh,
Did Leia show nipples too?
Nah, there was no nipple showing, but she was in that skimpy outfit that a lot of nerds jerked off to in the 80s for sure.
Okay, no, I can see that. I forgot which movie it was. It was one with what's the big blob fucking guy?
Big blob. Oh, yeah. Jabba.
Jabba, yeah. So he has like these sex slaves. They're clearly like sex slaves or some type of slaves, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And one of them, if you remember, it was a green woman, alien sex slave, and she just straight up nipples out. Like you just see everything.
In the original Star Wars?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Remember we talked about it because I said it was rated PG and I was like, I can't believe this is rated PG. And I just saw this lady's fucking nipples in this fucking movie. Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah. No, I do not remember that. I need you to fucking pull that up for me, please, real quick.
Oh my God. It's gonna be so easy to find.
We obviously can't show it, but I don't remember that at all. But
it's crazy.
But yeah, this guy is just like, he's just a fucking weirdo, man. Like, like, what are you saying? I'm gonna try to here's his fucking tweet. I don't want to see rape in Star Wars. I don't know why this is a thing being pushed on me to have to want to be cool with.
It's not about being cool. What?
And then he goes, sexual assault in Star Wars feels unnecessary. You can portray power dynamics and making the audience hate the Empire in other ways without taking it to such a disgusting place. Vader wouldn't tolerate that shit, nor does the Empire condone it. It has no place in Star Wars, period. Unnecessary. And then he goes on to say, yeah, people need to understand this. People need to understand this about Vader. He wasn't pure evil like Palpatine. He turned to the dark side in promise of unforgivable acts, unlocking his true power through pain and rage. He needed this power to save his wife, who he also killed. This was the lie Palpatine sold him. He didn't enjoy killing younglings. He didn't enjoy the things he did. He used the pain and rage in his heart to move his sword. The pain the Jedi caused him from neglect, not allowing him to save his mother, from holding him back, glazing him to restricting him. Anakin cried for it. He cried because he remembered the boy he once was and how far away from that he had become now on Mustafar. This is all documented in the book and lore. Vader hated the world because he hated his situation. He hated the Jedi, he hated Palpatine, and most of all, he hated himself for losing her. George wrote Vader as a very sad, tragic character. His actions were a direct cause of his impatience and lust for power and control. So evil is what he's saying. So yeah,
I don't understand why. I mean,
you can't understand.
Vader's just another tool anyway. Like you can't. Like we see this in actual real life, where like someone's little village gets invaded and they fucking do whatever they want to the people there. It's I don't really understand why there's an issue with this.
Because it's woke. That's what it boils down to. It's like, we don't want to see this. We want our Star Wars back. We want our Star Wars. So they want fucking 100 movies. Let's get 100-year-old Harrison Ford back. Might as well. Like, what? Yeah. So I don't know, but it's not meant to be understood because these are the rantings of a fucking guy who's never felt the touch of a woman. Like that's just what it boils down to. You're a fucking nerd loser bitch who has nothing but complaints and vitriol for things that you don't like, and then
Yeah.
And really, at the end of the day, you don't like them because they're woke or whatever the fuck you think.
This is another thing where I don't even know if this guy, it just goes back to people will say whatever to get a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go too deep into trying to get that reaction, or if you try to grift too hard to a certain way, you end up saying something like this. And it's like, what are you even talking about?
Mm-hmm. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's one of the symptoms of the social media age that we're in, is that
Literally.
Everybody thinks they have an opinion, and then they think, well, everybody has an opinion, but they think that because they could share it easily, that their opinion matters. You know what I mean?
Everybody wants a reaction because
I mean, we're guilty of it
clicks.
too. Why are we doing this? Well, because we think we have an opinion that matters. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
So it's just how it is, unfortunately. But we're better.
Yeah,
than
but
him.
we're not selling out the fucking.
No. We're just
clicks and fucking.
Nope.
Call everything woke.
No, which we could have easily, clearly. We should do it as a test. We should just do one video where we just shit on stuff, call it woke. I bet you'll get like 1 million views. You watch. Nah, fuck that. But yeah, so I don't know. I heard nothing but good things about Andor. I'm sure it's great. This was just something that I thought was funny because it's been like he got made fun of like pretty heavily about it. Like, it's like, dude, what do you say? Like, first of all, just the concept of like thinking, like the whole point of Andor really is missed on you with this argument, because season 1 was all about how the Empire fell, not because of the special boy with special powers shot a fucking rocket into a fucking 2-inch hole, but because the Empire crumbled under its own hubris.
Mm-hmm.
Like all empires in real history have done. When they get too big and too powerful and too overblown, they get too fucking cocky and think they're too big to fail, and then they crumble. It happened to Rome. It happened to the Ottomans. It happened to every empire, including the United States. We're watching it happen now.
Tariffs, baby. Let's go.
And this show, tariffs also happen in Star Wars. This show, yeah, the trade embargoes and shit. What was it? The Trade Federation in the prequels. But this, Andor season 1 showed how the Empire fell because of its own hubris, because it was too stretched thin.
Stretched way too thin. Only focusing on the big fish, not worried about the little fish.
Right.
Banding together. Yeah.
So the capital of the Empire was what? Can't remember the name of the city. Sorry, nerds. Hang on, I'll look it up. Coruscant, right. So Coruscant was the Republic's capital. I'm pretty sure it was also the Imperial capital. Yeah, in fact it was, because that's where a lot of the office shit was happening with the bitch who we didn't like in season 1, the officer.
Oh yeah, she's back, baby.
Oh, I bet. But yeah, so like you would, if that's the capital and the central hub of the Empire, well, the further out you get from that, the weaker you become. You just don't have the fucking numbers to
impossible
to police everything. And that's why Andor is so good, because it's this place in the middle of fucking nowhere. What was it, Phoenix? Where he's from? I think it was Phoenix.
Yeah,
and
Ferrix.
Like there you go.
Yeah.
Ferrix, which is like far out, and like the Empire had limited control over it. And then we saw what they did to try to control it. They employed like local police and stuff to try to like do their bidding, and that didn't work. And they had to send fucking Imperial forces out there to fucking try to control the situation. And so like that's what Andor is really showcasing, is how weak the Empire really is. The kid in season 1, the communist who I loved, I can't remember his name at this point. His manifesto is about power. What does he say? Something is brittle, and it's like it's weak and it breaks. When you push on it even a little bit, it shows its weak points.
Yeah,
that's the whole point. And so for you to sit here and suggest that like, nah, the Empire, they don't stand for sexual assault. Like Vader would just be traveling the vast galaxy far, far away, tracking down any and all sexual assault and dealing with it. Like,
right. He doesn't give a fuck.
It's such a cartoonish fucking take. Like, it's unbelievable that came out of the mouth of a human being. Like, Jesus. Anyway. I'm excited to watch Andor. I'll probably try to bang it out tonight or at least this week before next week. But
Nice.
So you're enjoying it.
Oh yeah. Great show. I like I don't know exactly what's happening with her foundation and why it's such a big deal. Like it seems like the guy that backed her, I'm talking about Mon
Mothma, yep.
She's into some financial troubles or something, her foundation. And something's going on there. But the good thing about this show, well,
she was accumulating, sorry to interrupt you. She was accumulating, I guess, financing to try to finance the rebellion.
Yeah, she had a foundation and she's secretly financing the rebellion. Like that I get. I feel like the show, they do a good job of giving a bunch of lore to like the hardcore fans, but they like kind of intertwine it in a way to the story where you don't have to know all the little small things to still be able to follow like what's going on.
Small thing. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a show. I mean, that's a thing done right. And it's something that when you're dealing with properties that have lore and history and stuff, you have to like have a little bit of I don't want to say fan service, but that's what it becomes. But like you have to have a little bit of lore and stuff and tie it together. It's not like it just can't stand like completely on its own, but it can at the same time.
Yeah.
Like Andor does it perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
They mention all the different like political bodies and all this stuff. And it's like, I can't really follow all of it, but I get the general understanding.
I mean, we mentioned it a lot during the first season. I remember like there's a lot of moments, long stretches, in fact, where you don't even know it's a Star Wars show.
Yeah.
It could be anything. And then all of a sudden, like a TIE fighter zips over and you're like, oh, okay, here's where we're at. And that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. I think that's great. I think that's how way more shows in long-standing IPs should be, movies. And like, I think that's the way to handle it.
I think it's really funny too. And I don't know, this probably has been done in some of the other Star Wars stuff, but so, Zack Snyder's movie where it's like the same exact scenario as
because it was supposed to be a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. It's like, they come to get basically like get the taxes or like to do this audit or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like the same exact thing, but they just did it way better.
Oh, yeah.
Like the guy that created Andor just did it way better.
Yeah, it's because Zack Snyder's a fucking hack. Is what it is. All right. Well, that's cool. Glad you're liking that. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. This fucking guy is like, the Palpatine wouldn't stand for this either. It's like, he's evil, man. Like George Lucas, and this guy, last thing I'll say about it, he quotes George Lucas as if George is like God, Bible, fucking end all be all. It's like, all right, well, if you're quoting him and holding him in such high regard, then you should take his word at law and understand that when he wrote Vader and Palpatine and just Star Wars in general, it's about good versus evil. That's it on its most basic level. It's about good versus evil. The dark side, the light side. Vader is an evil character who happens to have a redemption arc. That's it. So for you to sit here and inject your own bullshit personal worldview into it is meaningless and it's stupid. So I beg of you, touch some grass, get some ass. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but fuck off. Okay? God, people are just obnoxious.
Yeah.
I guess let's get into some news, folks. Dusty couldn't be here today. He's usually our newsman, but I'm taking the reins today. I have nothing to talk about, really, but a few little things that I thought were exciting that I took note of. Well, there were a couple of trailers this week, Marvin. Did you get a chance to watch the trailer for Predator Badlands?
I watched the trailer for Predator Badlands and for the animated movie.
Oh, I didn't watch the trailer for the animated movie, but that's cool.
Yeah.
So
Badlands looks really good.
Yeah, Badlands was also the subject of a little bit of controversy as well. Imagine that. But Predator Badlands is Predator Badlands is the sequel to Prey, which we loved. It was one of the first movies we reviewed here on the channel way back when. If you guys are interested in checking that out, you could I think it's on our YouTube channel. I think it is, pretty sure. Yeah, I love Prey. Dan Trachtenberg was the director. Thought that movie was awesome. I think it's awesome to just make Predator movies, just random fucking predators in random time periods at random planets, just hunting and doing its thing.
It's the perfect formula. Yeah.
This one, I say controversy. It was just a couple people making fun of the way the Predator looked. People seem to be a little bit upset with the design choice of this new Predator.
Really?
Yeah, I have a feeling people think they're trying to make him look like a black Predator. Is the way a lot of the criticism sounded. So I don't fucking know. I don't know what people.
In what way? Oh, because his skin tone is a little.
Yeah, I don't know. And his hair's tied up. Maybe I don't know.
But the Predator has always had like dread like hair or whatever. I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
antennas, whatever. But I mean, Predators can have different skin tones. It's not a big deal. They've fucking looked aliens.
They've looked different in every movie. Yeah, this one just
even the other like crazy other Predator that popped up had like white hair, and it's like it's fine, it's cool.
Yeah,
what's the problem?
I don't know, man. No idea. You can't
race swap the Predator. Fuck.
God damn it. Fuck. So this one is a little bit different, though, because the Predator in this movie is the protagonist, I believe. I think we follow the Predator. This is the cat we're rooting for. Where most of the time, the Predator is the antagonist, is what I think this one's about. So the trailer was cool. Movie looks cool. I'm here for it.
Good.
But the biggest thing that came with this trailer is I guess, I don't know if it's an announcement or just a little tease or whatever, but I said it like a week or two ago to Dusty. I was like, do you think we're going to get to a place where they redo the Alien versus Predator thing? And he's like, I don't know. Well, we are. They announced, they laid all their cards on the table with this one teaser trailer because we got a shot of Elle Fanning in this movie. She's a Weyland-Yutani fucking android. Sorry, Marvin. I think I lost you there.
I'm here. It's lagging though.
Oh, you're back now.
Yep.
Yeah, Elle Fanning in this trailer or in this movie, she's a Weyland-Yutani android.
Yes, she is.
And I think she's...
You know, that's our girl from A Complete Unknown.
Yeah. And I think she's hunting the Predator in this. Is what I got from the trailer. Or maybe they're working together or something.
I think they're working together and to hunt the other Predator guy. I'm not exactly sure, honestly.
Either way, it establishes the fact that these two movies, Alien and Predator, are still very much in the same universe.
Yeah.
However, even further than that, in the beginning of this teaser, they show a trophy in the Predator ship that looks very much like the aliens from Independence Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My buddy was telling me about that.
Like, if that's not the same alien, I don't know what is.
That's crazy. Wait, no, show that again.
This one?
Yeah. Go back to the... Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah. So, are we going to
the crazy thing to me was the T-Rex trophy that was on the right side. It's like, how old is this fucking Predator? How long did these Predators live?
Millions of years they've been around.
That's insane.
So, I if we get this like lead up to like this fucking Alien versus Predator versus whatever fucking Independence Day alien things are, like that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
It could just be a little bit of an Easter egg because these are all just properties owned by Disney at this point. So that's what it might be, but I don't know. That'd be cool.
Another space creature trailer came out.
Yeah, which one?
Very similar to this. It was a Alien Earth, the teaser.
Oh yeah. Alien Earth. I did watch that as well. That show
that also looks fucking good.
Oh yeah, that show's gonna be great. I mean, listen, it's Alien, an amazing property in the right hands.
And now it's on the fucking Earth.
Now it's on Earth, which I'm very
first time for this, right?
Yeah.
In the series?
Well, yeah, as far as I'm aware. In Prometheus.
Besides Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, well, in Prometheus, I think they were on Earth when in the beginning when the architect thing like seeded.
Oh,
life.
that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, that don't count.
That was prehistoric. Alien versus Predator was like Antarctica, one of them, right? Or was
I
that?
think
What
so.
was that? It was one of them. I can't remember which one it was.
I don't remember either.
But yeah.
But yeah, this is written by Noah Hawley. He's the showrunner, and he's known for some very good things. He does the Fargo show. He does Legion, which Dusty never shuts up about. Yeah, he's a good writer in general. So I'm definitely excited about that as well.
Yep.
So yeah, that was the Prey trailer. Another trailer that popped up was the trailer for season 2 of Wednesday. Now I don't remember if you watched.
I haven't seen it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember if you watched season 1, but it was a very good show. I liked it quite a bit.
I may still go back and watch it because I wasn't like a super fan of the Addams Family, but it was always cool to me.
Yeah, I'm not either.
There's some like diehard, Addams Family fans, but I thought it was always cool. Maybe I'll go back and watch Wednesday.
I think Addams Family's funny. Like I don't have like a deep connection to it. I watched it this really because I love Tim Burton. And this is like this was great. I mean, it's the season 1 was way better than I anticipated, and I liked it more than I thought that I could like it as like an adult man. This is a show. It's sort of like a teen sort of thing. Yeah. Like wrapped up in Addams Family stuff because of Wednesday. But I found it really entertaining. I thought it was great. It was charming. It was like, it had heart to it. Pretty much everything you want, and she's great.
She is.
So yeah, I mean, I've been excited for season 2, and so part 1 releases on August 6th, and then part 2 releases on September 3rd. Now I don't know why we're getting so many like part 1s and 2s of shows. I think it's part of the strategy of like Netflix being like, hey, we know people like pay for subscriptions just to watch stuff and then cancel them. So I think that's why they do that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, excited for this. Jenna Ortega, she's great in this. Everybody in this show is actually really good. The cast was great.
Really? Okay.
And it's like, it's straight up like Tim Burton. Great. It's like, it's great. Which, when we watched Beetlejuice 2, we thought it could have been better, but we mostly enjoyed it. This is like very, very enjoyable. I liked it a lot. Cool. So excited for that. What else we got this week? Let's see. So this was pretty interesting. I sent it to you guys. Nobody responded to me as usual, but a sequel to Sisu is coming out.
I was telling my buddy about that. I forgot to respond though.
On November 21st.
Yeah. That was a banger. I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember what happened at the end.
I don't remember the end either. I'll have to go back and rewatch. I think he just got away, right? I'm pretty sure he got away.
I think he just lived. Yeah.
But this movie was great.
I think he like took him down. Weren't they in a plane at the end and he somehow got him out of the plane? I forgot. It was something wild. And then he lives. Because he gets his gold back and then he takes it to the bank.
Now, this first comment here on this tweet is, oh, nice, a sequel to a film I didn't know existed, which...
Sucks to suck.
It sucks to suck, yeah, but it's also representative of the fact that like movies just don't market themselves nowadays, and then also they go to theaters for like 2 seconds and then come out. But this was a foreign movie, so that's also part of it.
Yeah.
But this first one, man, that movie was
also, it's like how much do you want to? You got to put in probably a good amount of dollars to break through the noise of marketing nowadays. Definitely. Like it's not like 80s blockbusters where it's like 5 movies coming out or whatever the fuck, right? Yeah. Like it's so many games coming out. You got to fight movies, games, streamers, YouTube videos. It's tough. It's tough nowadays.
This movie was great though, folks. We covered it here on the show a while back. You could check out our conversation on it, but if you haven't seen this movie or haven't heard of it, 100% recommend checking it out if you like action movies. It's like a better version of what we're talking about later, Havoc. It's like in that same vein of like fuck around and find out kind of movie.
No, don't even fucking compare it to that. It's way better than the movie we watched.
Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing movie. It's about an ex-soldier who discovers gold in the Lapland wilderness, and he tries to take his loot into the city, and then German soldiers led by a SS officer, they like kind of fight him and try to fuck with him. Really simple, really good movie. So getting a sequel, that's dope.
Yep. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but more Nazi killing, I imagine. So,
yeah, listen, you could never have enough Nazi killing, especially in 2025.
This one's going to be woke before you even comes out as woke.
Yeah. Fuck, killing Nazis is woke, bro. The fuck? That's free speech. So you mentioned Sinners earlier. Sinners is getting a lot of hype.
Mm-hmm. It's picking up momentum.
Which
is unheard of almost.
Right now it's sitting at an 8.2 on IMDb.
Wow.
I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited about this movie. I'm glad that it's getting hype because, you know, Ryan Coogler is like one of the last remaining fucking like artists, I feel like, working in Hollywood. There's a lot of them, but he's one of them.
He's one of them. One of the younger ones, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He just has a real appreciation for film, and I love that. But so Sinners is estimated to earn a $42 million domestically as of this past weekend. So it's Monday right now. We're talking. So this past weekend, I would have to check the earnings. Marvin, can you pull that up for me? It would be the smallest box office drop for a major movie in modern history, and there's a strong chance the movie could was on track to earn more over the weekend.
Let's see, updated numbers. I'm having trouble finding.
It's all right.
Dusty had a good website, but I can't remember what it was. It was like a box office website or something.
It's grossed 122.5 million at the domestic box office so far.
Wow.
So
45.7 million this weekend.
Yeah, so it did what this tweet is predicting.
4.8% drop from last weekend.
Yeah, so it's the smallest drop off.
Crazy.
Of a major movie in modern history, which is cool. It means, you know, people are liking it. People are going to see it. It's great. It's great for the movie industry. It's great for the theater experience specifically. So keep it up, folks. However, we got some bad actors. We got some bad
hombres
who don't want movies like this to succeed, especially in theaters. Namely, this motherfucker, Ted Sarandos. He says that the theatrical experience is an outmoded, I don't even know what that means, idea for most people. Claims Netflix is saving Hollywood.
Oh, he's the CEO of Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I thought that was self-explanatory. He said he went on to describe Netflix as very consumer focused. We deliver the program to you in a way that you want to watch it, Marvin. What do you think of that? It's a good sales tactic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they do, you know. I enjoy watching from home.
Do you enjoy paying $25 a month for it? Where the price continues to go up?
Constantly going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way you want it, right, Marvin? On your small ass TV in your living room for more money than you could pay to go out and see it in the theater?
Yeah, literally. Especially the one near me is like less than $20 for two people.
I wasn't trying to say you have a small TV, Marvin. I wouldn't emasculate you like that, but I was just saying like compared to like an IMAX screen or something. You know?
Of course, yeah.
Referring to the declining box office, he asked rhetorically, "What is the consumer trying to tell us?" He then answered his own question, that they'd like to watch movies at home. Of the communal aspect of theatrical moviegoing, the Netflix honcho admitted he loved theaters, but said of the experience, I believe it is an outmoded idea for most people, not for everybody. Sarandos also addressed comments he made earlier in the day at this summit that he was at that go beyond those of other industries. He talks about like tariffs and like other industries and stuff like that. And he says, what I was saying is it's often that the entertainment industry doesn't get treated like a real business. And that's one example of it. So this fucking guy is an idiot. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Should take a fucking seat. You make enough money. Why don't you try to help the theater experience? Like Netflix could work in tandem with movie theaters, really. Like, you're fucking Netflix. You have fuck you money. Open your own theaters. When you have a Netflix original like the movie Havoc that we're talking about, release it exclusively in your own theaters. Bet you people would go see it.
Yeah, I bet they would.
Like, let's say you pay, if you don't have a Netflix subscription, you pay full ticket price. But if you have a Netflix subscription, with you sign in on the app or whatever and show it at the door, you get in. You make money on concessions and stuff, which is the number one money maker of movie theaters anyway.
Yep.
I'm a fucking poor idiot with a podcast. And I just came up with that idea in 10 seconds. And I feel like that would make a lot of money. Maybe there's things that I don't know about. Maybe they tried it. Maybe there's I don't know what could get in the way of that, but that seems just like easy money.
Right.
I mean, I guess you now have overhead and stuff, but I can't imagine it being more overhead than like having servers and all sorts of shit that you got to upkeep. Just an idea.
The only reason he says that is because people don't want to pay to go see mid movies.
Right.
And Netflix is kind of the king of mid movies. People clearly want to pay to go see good movies because people are going to see Sinners. People will go to see Marvel movies.
True.
For the most part. It's just you guys are making trash or subpar movies.
Yeah.
With no fucking soul. Like
people
this
are,
fucking movie we're about to talk about later.
Yeah, people are also fucking stupid though, because here's two comments on this tweet that are just, they just can't be real people, but I hate the hold that movie theaters have on new movies, man. We should be able to watch them at home and not around a bunch of annoying dipshits not respecting anything anymore. If they really think that movie experience is the seller, then it won't hurt to give us options. This is like definitely the CEO on like a fucking burner Twitter account. Like, write this shit. And then we got one here. Imagine this. Movies have to not be, can you guess the word, Marvin? Movies have to not
I'm lagging.
be.
Just 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
What's been going on with you lately?
I don't know. It's my
internet
upload keeps fluctuating. Yeah, I'll have to mess.
All good.
It's good now.
Movies have to not be woke and offer an experience that can't be had at home. Action movies, sci-fi, fantasy epics, and some horror films can get me to the theaters. Anything else I could justify watching at home. Why go to the theater to see a rom-com or drama? Stream 6 weeks later. Woke, baby. Woke. Name one woke. Not woke film. He says Alien, Saving Private Ryan, Blade, Boondock Saints, Braveheart. I got a comment on this. So, yeah, I don't know. Theater experience. There, we talk about it all the time. It's something that's dying, but there are people, powerful people, actively fighting against it. And then you got fucking plebs and the common man who are like, yeah, I just want to watch it at home. Like, okay, man, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so Ryan Coogler, obviously, because of Sinners, has been around. He's been going around. His name's been circulating.
Yep.
And the last piece of news that I have, it's not really news, but something very exciting. Ryan Coogler was asked who his favorite black vampire is.
I saw that.
Guess what his answer was? Motherfucking Blade, baby.
Yes, sir.
Now, here's the thing. I have a couple things to say about this. I think it's stupid that whenever a black man like makes a movie or a thing, he has to get asked the arbitrary question of like, what's your favorite black version of the thing that you just did? Like,
yeah.
How many black vampires are there? 2? Why would you ask it? Like that's such
couldn't even name. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'm not a black guy, but that seems insulting to me. Of like, why not just who your favorite vampire is? And I get it. He's like, I know the movie has like, probably, I think from what I've heard, it has like like a lot of undertones about like, you know, black history and stuff like that. But even still, it's like, dude, like, I don't know. I feel like that's a shitty question. I don't know. Whatever.
It is.
But
it's a dumb one. Especially when, like you said, the pool is like
Blade and
2 or 3
fucking
at most.
Blackula, which is like also insulting.
Blackula.
Yeah, you never heard of Blackula?
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. That was like a 70s. Yeah, that was like a 70s like blaxploitation vampire movie. Blackula. Here it is, right here. 1972.
Damn.
That's it. Right
That's
here.
just probably good as fuck.
Probably is. I don't know if I must have seen it.
This is what we got to watch together.
An 18th century African prince turned into a vampire by Dracula finds himself in modern day Los Angeles.
Bitch, give me my money.
He just becomes a pimp.
That's how I always think of blaxploitation. There's always some pimp shit going on.
Always
Look
some
at this
pimp
motherfucker. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we should watch this. We got to start doing a segment where we watch like old like B horror movies and stuff like this.
I'm down. I'm so down for that.
Yeah, so like what is this dude supposed to answer? Like, okay, so he says Blade, but that's exciting because one, Ryan Coogler already works at the MCU with Black Panther, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Blade has been going through some fucking issues getting off the ground.
Ooh.
Kevin Feige.
Now's his time to shine. His time to shine. Hello.
Kevin Feige, let this motherfucker just direct Blade. Like, what are we doing? Honestly, I was thinking this recently too. Marvel's struggling. I would have said James Gunn should have been the guy, but I think Marvel, Kevin Feige, he's great to run the whole thing, but they need a creative force driving everything the way James Gunn is doing for the DC now.
Yeah. Coogler's the guy. He could do it.
I think Ryan Coogler could be that guy if he wants to do it. I love what he did with Black Panther, though I had some problems with Black Panther 2.
Sure.
I think that movie was carried by the emotional stakes of it, given the loss of Chadwick Boseman.
Did you see Fruitvale Station?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's the movie that got fucking... I think what happened that year at the Oscars? I think it like got...
Oh, he got snubbed?
It didn't get snubbed. It won, I think, but it got called up incorrectly. Like,
really?
Yeah, they announced like a different movie had won, and then everybody came up on stage and they're like, "Just kidding."
Oh, sorry.
No, for real. That's exactly what happened. I think
That's
it was
hilarious.
I think it was Fruitvale Station. I can't remember, but So anyway,
yeah, I think
he
Ryan
could be the
Coogler, he could be the guy. He only has he's only written and directed what? How many of them did he actually write?
Marvel movies?
No, his movies.
Oh, I don't know. I
He
mean,
did Fruitvale Station. Did he write Creed?
I think he usually does like writing and like writer director stuff.
Okay.
Like he wrote. Let's see.
He co-wrote it. He co-wrote Creed with another guy.
He
So
wrote Sinners.
Creed.
Wrote the story to Creed 3. Co-wrote Creed. Wrote
Yep.
Black Panther. Wrote Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Yeah, he writes. Most
Oh, he
of his
actually wrote
shit.
Black Panther too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Black Panther was fire, the first one.
Yep. So he knows like his shit. I mean, Black Panther 2, like I said, it was, as terms of like, let's talk just about Marvel movies now. Like, it's still a good movie. I just didn't, there were certain things that I didn't care for. Like, I think they fucking really weakened Namor. I didn't really care for Shuri as the Black Panther, but I get why they did it.
Yep.
But yeah, I didn't like at the end, they just like basically put him in a microwave, essentially. It was like kind of weird. But whatever. I think he could be the guy. I don't know.
I think he can.
But start with Blade.
He's so young and he's already got so many good
Yeah.
movies out there.
Let this motherfucker do Blade.
I think he would do a great job of Blade.
Yeah, oh yeah. But that's all I have as far as what was going on this week. Let's get into the movie we're here to talk about this week.
Oh, baby.
and that is Havoc. Netflix, a Netflix exclusive. Netflix throws money at shit.
Clearly.
Now, I was really excited for this one. I can't lie. The Raid Redemption and The Raid 2 are probably two of the best action movies ever made. Like, unbelievable movies. When you hear the name Gareth Evans, who directed those movies, as well as this, and then Tom Hardy and Netflix, you got that Netflix money, you got all these things combined together, your expectations are sky high. Naturally. But does Havoc actually deliver anything close to that? Let's talk about it. Now, listen, I barely had any clue what was happening in this movie at any given time, but loosely, this is about a drug deal that goes horribly wrong, and we follow Tom Hardy, who is our main character, Walker, who plays this like broken and bruised detective. And
dirty cop.
He's a dirty cop, and he works for a dirty politician doing some dirty stuff. And the politician's son was caught up in this drug deal gone wrong. And Tom Hardy is tasked with tracking down and finding his son before a group of triads do.
Yeah. Because
the triads were the ones that were doing the drug deal with, and they got slaughtered by some mystery group of people in skeleton masks. So Tom Hardy is in a race against time in this criminal underworld to rescue this politician's son. Yeah, sure. I guess.
Dude, this movie was so fucking terrible. This movie actually pissed me off from the beginning with this low budget ass car CGI. It's got to be the worst that I've seen in a while. What was the budget on this movie? There's just no way that they thought this was okay.
It had the Netflix budget, $9 million.
Okay, no. That's the 2005.
Oh.
I was about to say, there's no fucking way.
Oh yeah, Tom Hardy probably got paid $90 million. There you go.
$90 million on this.
Yeah, Tom Hardy probably got like
insane.
$9 million of that, probably more.
I almost cut this movie off multiple times. Really? I don't know how I made it through.
Really?
Yes. Every car scene was so bad, I almost couldn't take it. The dialogue was terrible. It was like bad video game NPC dialogue. This was like, it was like fake ass, it was like cyberpunk. Like everything, this was like complete AI generic slop. Like we talk about AI shit a lot, but this actually feels like it was written by AI.
No, this was 100% written by AI.
It's like
for sure.
They asked AI, what's the most popular type of villains in a triads. What scene or what setting is the most popular? Oh, fucking cyberpunk futuristic city.
Gritty city with fucking yeah. Oh, how do I make it look more gritty? I had the film grain filter in Premiere Pro.
Dude, it was so bad. Oh my God.
And
they didn't even have real sets. Like they walked out, I was like, oh, this guy's clearly just walking on a fucking green screen. You guys didn't even try to. Yeah, like what the fuck? This movie was terrible.
The movie was fucking ridiculous. It had like Joel Schumacher Batman vibes, like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, which are your two favorite movies, but it definitely felt that way.
Oh my God.
The way the city was like overly stylized.
Yeah.
And like, because you're talking about the city. I actually thought the city aesthetic was pretty cool.
The aesthetic was cool, but it looked bad.
But it wasn't exactly like futuristic, but it wasn't exactly modern day. It almost had like RoboCop vibes, where like the city in RoboCop is like, it's like a modern. It's just off. It's not exactly accurate, but it's not futuristic really. It's just something's a little bit fucked up, and it's like really just crime riddled and fucking whatever. It reminded me of that, which I thought the city aesthetic was probably the best part of the movie. But
as far as what they were going for, I don't think it was that well done.
Well, I mean, most of it was like you said, most of it was like done with like CGI to a point where it's like cartoonish.
I'm like, they chased the guy for like a couple seconds, and I'm like, you guys really CGI'd that too?
Yeah,
like, why was every car scene CGI? That's just lazy.
The car chase in the beginning was like cartoonish CGI. It looked like
it was so bad.
It looked like a bad cutscene in a video game. Like the movie was just overly reliant on CGI. Had a ton of digital backdrops and enhancements.
Oh my god! It actually looked like worse CGI than like the second Matrix.
It was bad, yeah.
Which came out in like 2001 or some shit.
I was truly stunned. And then there are scenes where it's not CGI, and the contrast is like stark. Like it's almost like you're watching a different movie. Yeah. And they used this film grain filter for a lot of the scenes to make it like gritty and fucking whatever. And I remember like after him investigating that crime scene at the Triad headquarters or whatever.
Yeah.
It cuts to daytime and like the grain is gone. It looks like a different movie. So it actually
jarring, bro.
It actually a lot of times felt like this movie was like edited by like 25 different people whom all hadn't seen the other edits that they were working off of. Like they were given their own like section of the movie to edit however they wanted, and then they slapped it all together. It was really bizarre.
It was.
So this is an action movie. I mean, it lives up to its name, Havoc. This movie is just nothing but just hyper visualized gore and violence.
At least they got some of that. Yeah, it was just insane.
It's like super gore. It's not even like John Wick level violence. Like it's like it's like that ramped up to like 1,000,000 and gory as shit. Like it's really fucking gory.
And it wasn't the same gun fu type shit as John Wick, because I think I saw maybe 3 people reload with thousands of rounds being fired in this fucking movie. Dusty probably hated this shit because that was insane. The guy had a fucking 6-shooter and was like never reload. I'm like, what is going on, dude? This is insane.
Bro, everybody had a fucking just automatic. I mean, I had infinite ammo. They typed in the infinite ammo code. I initially laughed in the fucking hallway chase with the older fucking guy where he's just like never reloading with his Uzi.
Yes.
Oh, the chick, I'm sorry, with the hood.
The chick, that was the most egregious one.
Her hoodie.
She shot from inside the hallway to outside in the car. She's still shooting. I'm like, dude, this is like, you got like 50 rounds max or something. Didn't run out of ammo. What the, I don't understand.
And then it got worse though when the uncle guy was using his fucking automatic pistol, like a Glock, I guess, with not an extended mag, like you could see, and he's just like never reloading. Nobody reloads in this movie.
Nobody.
And the funniest part about it was at the end of the movie, I rewatched the scene like probably 4 or 5 times when Tom Hardy finally kills what's his name at the end, Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah.
Because he looks like he reloads, but he doesn't. He like shoots him a bunch. He's like da, 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 and then he like racks the gun as if he reloaded, but he never actually put a new mag in. So I don't know what, like, I honestly, I don't know what this movie was trying to be. Like, I thought for a while, and I still kind of think that it wanted to be like this, like 1980s, like John Woo movie, like Hard Boiled. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I'd imagine you haven't.
I don't think so.
But John Woo in the 80s, and specifically Hard Boiled, was like famous for these types of movies of just like shoot 'em up style, like kung fu blend with like guns and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was kind of going for that, but like just totally didn't nail it at all. I mean, a little bit, but man, this movie's also fucking slow. You and Dusty, you guys, I think you and Dusty like a little bit too much harp on like run times a little bit, but this one, man, this is an 1 hour and 47-minute movie, like to the end of the credits. I clocked it. The action in this movie does not start until 55 minutes into the movie.
That's crazy.
There's a little bit of action, like him like fucking beating guys up a little bit, like hitting heads and being a tough guy and being like, tell me where this fucking guy is. But the actual action doesn't start until 55 minutes into the movie, which is at the club.
Oh, yeah.
And when they're in the club, Marvin, I don't know what the fuck happened, but like every motherfucker in this movie knows Kung Fu. Everybody.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's flipping people and dodging fucking knives and doing all sorts of shit. This random chick, teenage girl is fucking doing
chopping
kung
people
fu,
up with machetes.
She's chopping people up with a fucking meat cleaver.
Meat cleavers, yeah.
Like where did any of this skill come from? I thought motherfuckers on the dance floor were going to start fighting. Like everybody knew kung fu. Holy shit. And that was like a fun scene. The action scene in the club, I'm not going to lie, was fun.
It was fun. It was.
But goddamn, the fucking violence in this movie, the gore. I mean,
oh man. And back to the plot was not good.
Non-existent.
It was fucking terrible. The Hardy's character is connecting with a fucking crime boss for no reason because her kid was murdered, and they're like connecting on this deep fucking level, and it makes no sense at all.
Oh, you mean Forrest Whitaker's character and the Chinese mob boss?
Oh yeah. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yes,
because they're estranged from their kids.
They're in the limo. They're talking.
Oh, she wasn't estranged. She just lost the kid. He was estranged.
She thinks before she even found out that she was betrayed, she's connecting with this guy that she thinks killed her son.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
For this lady that at the 30 minutes in or so killed like 2 henchmen just straight up for no reason.
Oh, she's
connecting with this guy.
Yeah.
Like that makes no sense.
And like the deeper plot of the movie, right? So Tom Hardy's character, he has this connection to Timothy Oliphant, who's a fellow officer, detective, and a couple of other cops who were involved in this huge chase that we hinted at the beginning of the movie, this huge, terrible CGI chase where one of 4 of these detectives gets severely injured, is in the hospital. He's Tom Hardy's friend. We get like this bit of exposition from Tom Hardy's ex on the phone where she's like, I lost the person I love over a year ago, and then he just disappeared about 6 months ago, to just firmly set up like the fact that like why Tom Hardy's not in her life anymore.
Yes, yeah.
And he's like kind of like a shitty dad, but he doesn't make a lot of money. He tells us that he doesn't make a lot of money and had to do something.
Legit money.
He had to take some dirty money to pay off her mortgage, and she didn't like that very much. And we learn all of that in some very explicit dialogue. Basically, the way you and I are discussing it is how the movie tells it to us.
Yeah.
And we don't really know what that thing is that he did until later on. And it turns out that he did some vague, ambiguous thing with these other detectives, including Timothy Oliphant, where they were like someplace at like a factory robbing or something.
Robbing the drug dealers, essentially.
Yeah, and they accidentally kill a cop who was like sneaking into like, he was an undercover cop sneaking in to like wire the joint up.
Mm-hmm.
And they cover it up, and Tom Hardy like puts the body in like a barrel and dumps it in his lake or some shit.
Yeah.
And so that's like the big thing. Now, don't ask me how, because the movie doesn't fucking tell you, but apparently Forrest Whitaker, who's the mayor, gets wind of this at some point off screen.
He just knows.
At some point in time. He just knows. And
he
now
spawned in knowing.
He spawned in knowing.
NPC.
And now Tom Hardy is like indebted to him.
Yeah.
So Tom Hardy is doing this guy's bidding because he just has this like mysterious. He just knows. He just knows. That's it. He just knows. So Tom Hardy has to work for this guy, and this getting his son back, he's like, this is the last thing I'll do for you. That's it. And like the whole police force like doesn't like Tom Hardy because of it, or because he works for this guy.
Yeah.
Except for this one chick who was assigned to him, this new rookie cop who's like his partner or whatever. She just speaks perfect Chinese at the end of the movie.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I thought she was Spanish. I didn't even know she was Chinese.
I thought she was Hispanic too.
Maybe that's me. I don't know. Fuck. This movie was crazy. Yeah, and then so in the beginning, so we get the established that he's like a bad. Dude, she's definitely Hispanic. Her name is Quaylen Sepulveda.
They got us good with that one.
This is not.
Nope.
She's Hispanic, bro. Like what?
Yep.
She just speaks perfect Chinese at the end of the movie. Yo. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, I don't even know what else. Like fucking at the beginning of the movie, like we get established that he's a bad dad. So we got that going for us, I guess. So he's like,
That was like
he's just doing stuff. But let me tell you something.
terribly bad.
We got to talk about the action in this movie, right? Because there was some cool stuff. There was like some of the fight choreography was cool and fun and stuff, but it was like overly gory.
It was. They were shooting people ridiculous amounts.
I know that I'm a horror movie guy and I don't mind some gore here and there, but not to sound like a bitch, but I think I really lost my appetite for movies like this, or this one just took it a little too far. Like literally, we're talking about people have infinite ammo. Well, they took that infinite ammo, and there's parts where they just unload on people, like close range, like like never let off the trigger, and these guys are just doing the whole like.
Yeah. It was so funny
for like 5 fucking minutes straight. It's like this movie was like those in like the 80s and 90s it was popular to do these like parody action movies. There was like Naked Gun. There was what's the one with Charlie Sheen where he like it's the parody of Rambo. What's the Hot Shots. Was movies with Charlie Sheen where it's like a fake Rambo. This felt like a parody of action movies. Like that's how cartoonish it was with the way people were dying and getting shot. Crazy. Up close, point blank shotgun blast to the head.
Yeah.
Like several times throughout. It wasn't just like a one-off thing. Like, oh fuck. Like it happened many, many times. Many, many people got shot hundreds of times in a row, like at point blank range. And the amount of people that died in this movie is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like I used to complain back in the day. I'm one of the few people, I played the Uncharted games like long after their popularity.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I played Uncharted 1, I was late to the game, and it was like an older game at that point.
Right.
And I didn't really enjoy it as much. I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. It's an older style of gameplay that I never really liked anyway. And that's one where you're just running around, just shooting people infinite waves of enemies that you're just killing.
Yeah.
And like by the end of the game, you've killed like 7,000 people. That's what this movie was.
Yeah.
Like no less than 1,000 people died in this movie. And especially the cabin scene at the end, there are just endless waves and waves of Chinese triads just dying over and over and over and over and over. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this before.
It really did feel like a parody. I don't know what the goal was, but they should have just leaned into it, just fully committed. And
so the one thing this movie did well that made me laugh, because at the end of the movie, so the movie starts at the beginning. I told you it established that he's like a not really great dad and does shady shit. The beginning of the movie, it's Christmas, by the way. He's buying like bodega fucking toys for his daughter for Christmas.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, he gets kind of shot up and he's like sitting on this fucking train track. You don't know if he's going to die or what. And this partner, the fake Chinese partner, was like, don't worry, I'll make sure she gets it. And he's like, gets what? She's like, her Christmas gift. And he's like, nah, I don't want to ruin Christmas. And then the camera just like slow pans into his face for like 30 seconds of him just like staring off into the void.
Oh my God.
And then like I was fucking cry laughing. It was so bad. Oh my God. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this movie. Man, I don't think this is the worst movie we've ever watched.
It's close though. Close.
That goes to Scream too. Scream 17 or whatever we watched, I think is the worst movie we've ever watched. But this was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
What a crazy castaways.
I mean, let's try. Okay, so we just shit on it for quite a bit. I think Tom Hardy was like decent in it. The dialogue was bad, but I thought Tom Hardy was like, I like Tom Hardy. I just think he's good in everything. I don't think he was bad in this. I also didn't. I don't think he was
bad, but the dialogue was so bad that I just don't.
Well, it
doesn't even matter how good he was.
He didn't.
I couldn't really separate his acting just because the movie was that fucking terrible.
No, that's fair. Yeah, no, the dialogue was written by 100% ChatGPT. Like,
it was insane.
Yeah,
I wish I had some examples, but it was not good.
No, That ending, that's the example. I don't want to ruin Christmas. And then just the slow fucking panning, unbelievable cheese.
Oh, I didn't even talk about the million slowed down death scenes that they got from Zack Snyder. That was so bad. Why?
Hey, listen.
It was longer than Zack Snyder's slow-mos. I was like, I can't believe it. You guys outdid Zack Snyder. That's impressive.
Zack Snyder is the architect, after all. He's the blueprint, according to all his fanboys. So, slow motion, Zack Snyder invented it. This movie fucking, like...
And they kept doing it. They just kept doing it. I was like, okay, they're going to do it once. That's cool. One little slow-mo.
That's why I thought it was like trying to be like hard-boiled. Because that move, you know, like the bullet time shit from fucking... That was like a hard-boiled thing.
Mm.
He like invented that shit of like slow motion diving with your fucking guns across the screen. Like that's what that movie was. So like here's like just some footage of it from the trailer. I don't know. I don't know if like this movie is like known for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think this is what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
They're there, slow motion, guns coming out of a bird cage. Why? There you go.
Wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
But this is like Chow Yun-Fat, who's like a master There it is. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Killed that shit.
So, I don't know. I kind of think that's what it was trying to do, but it did not do that.
It didn't hit. It did not land at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to talk about this? Because... that's about it for me. There's really nothing to this movie. It's literally just millions of people dying.
This movie is one of the movies that's actually not worth your time. This one is not worth the watch.
I don't know that I agree with you there, to be honest.
Okay, maybe if you want to see a shitty movie and you want to laugh and say, what the fuck is that?
That's fair.
A bunch of times.
Like I
said,
said,
it's worth.
Gareth Evans, this is, I don't think, indicative of his previous works. The Raid Redemption and The Raid 2, amazing action movies. I would love for you to watch them. Maybe we'll do them for a Make Marvin watch. But so
again,
again,
a redemption, big one.
So again, I was super excited for this, but I love those movies. Sadly, I cannot say the same for whatever this was. I'm disappointed, but I guess that serves me right for having the audacity to be excited for anything in this life anymore. Yeah, I don't know. This movie's honestly baffling. I mean, like the movie was like the movie was actually like a cyberpunk mission. Like that was the depth of the movie. With like
this is a mission, not even a main mission. This is like a side mission.
With like a fucking lazy ass like Instagram preset like filter to give it like grain or something, you know?
Yeah.
It just CGI, fucking AI driven bullshit. Bad video game cutscenes, fucking like explosions look like GIFs from fucking 1995 like websites.
Yeah.
It just feels so unpolished and just I don't know, like 90 million. Like where'd the budget go?
Though, hey, there's some big names.
Did Tom Hardy
half probably went to the cast.
Tom Hardy made $85 million and the rest of it went to the fucking CGI.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, stitched together. It's just, I don't know. In simpler times, this would have been what the kids used to call a straight to DVD movie, Marvin.
Oh, yeah.
This would not have had a theatrical release. This would have gone straight to DVD. You'd see it at Blockbuster and be like, what the fuck? What is this? All right, I'll check it out. And it's a movie that you watch with your friends and laugh and fuck around and you know, maybe make out with a girl or something at a party, you know, when you watch
don't even pay attention.
In the dark, you kiss or like hold hands or some shit. This is that kind of movie.
You're not going to miss anything.
No. And
trust me.
But that's
you
why
can walk away for 10 minutes and you'll still know what the fuck's going on.
You can literally go take a shit for like 20 minutes, come back, and you're perfectly fine. You just know.
Yep. Get some popcorn. Oh, yeah. Shit. Right back at it. They're still shooting the same clip.
Yep. They're still shooting the same person on the floor.
He's still not dead.
Yeah. I don't think it's unwatchable completely. I think there's enough. It's enough to like keep on in the background while you fucking scroll your phone, or like I said, do literally anything else.
Anything, yeah.
But if you're expecting something like engaging or thrilling or even technically competent, this is not that kind of movie for you. Yeah, I don't know.
Their friend, just remember, their friend gets shot up in the hospital, and I just could not care less.
Oh yeah,
literally could not care less.
I thought that too.
It's like the meme, like, well, anyways, like.
Well, no, for like a second, you're.
And his wife gets murdered in cold blood. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Well, dude, what's next?
For like a second, they set it up because, like, you have like a slight bit of like thrill to it because the cop's got to show up. She's there trying to get to the floor before this guy does, but it's just like he walked by. He's like, and she's like, oh, he's dead. And then the wife comes and she's just like.
She peeks around the corner.
All right, she's dead. Like, didn't give a fuck.
That was so funny, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The fucking what's his name? The uncle who died, Tio. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Who was he played by? I can't remember that guy's name.
He got shot 1,000,000 times too.
Just 1,000,000 times, like, and he like was protecting her. It was supposed to be like this big.
Oh my god.
Sacrifice.
Why are you? He's holdoring at the wrong moment. Like, bro, they got guns.
What is that dude's name? Oh,
you can't hold door. You can't fucking hold the door.
Yeah, Luis Guzman. Yeah, I actually like that.
They kill him and then they just walk through the door. Like he served no purpose.
He did nothing.
He died for no reason, bro.
Yeah.
He should have just ran with her.
Oh my god,
that was stupid.
This movie was something else. Oh boy.
Okay, maybe it is worth the watch. It's a good laugh.
I mean, like I said, it's not completely fucking. I mean, it's bad, but it's not like I said, sometimes these movies are fun,
Yeah.
Straight to DVD, fucking just turn your brain off, fucking bullshit. I would love to have heard the Dusty Gripes for this one.
I would have loved to hear that. And I also would love to watch the what's the show you watch where they like talk about how they're writing the movie or whatever? It's that not fake. It's like a comedy guy on YouTube. Where they're like, it's like the writer's script or whatever. It's like, what is it called? I forgot the name of that channel. The channel you always talk about, where it's the one guy, he's like narrating what they were talking about when they were writing the script. What's it called? I need to watch that on this movie because it's got to be the funniest fucking thing ever.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, fuck. I can't think of it. I know what you're talking about. He makes fun of it. He like reads the script and just like.
Basically, he's like
it's the pitch meeting.
That's it.
It's the dude pitch. It's the writer pitching the script to the studio executive.
I gotta watch that for this movie. It's gotta be one of the funniest things ever.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Is it worth your time? Absolutely not. Is it? If you want to just like turn your brain off and watch some like mindless, not good action movie, sure, turn it on. It's fun. There's some like all right. So some of the action scenes were like. Kind of cool. Like some of the choreography was cool.
Yeah.
But like they quickly get ruined by just like the way just the violence, man. Like again, I hate to sound like a bitch because I'm not trying to be like
this trailer, dude.
Yeah, the trailer's crazy.
Guys just blasting.
Yeah. Fucking somebody gets a fucking spear through like a fucking harpoon through her fucking face.
God, that was gross as fuck.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's got a 5.9 on IMDb. Marvin, what you got?
Yeah, it's definitely like a 4 or 5.
You'd give it as high as a 5, huh?
It's definitely like a 4 or 5, maybe a 4. It's down there.
Yeah, I mean, like we just look in the trailer that's playing right here in the background. Like, dude just gets his fucking head exploded by a shotgun in front of you. Like. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a little too much.
There it is. Just killed everyone in the hospital.
I'd give this I guess I'd give it a 4. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely around there, bro.
Only because like I thought some of the choreography and stuff was like kind of entertaining a little bit.
There was some thought in there a little bit with that, but
bro, when she busted out that fucking meat cleaver and I was just like, oh, she knows fucking karate. Okay. Like,
yeah.
She's fucking like dodging and fucking bending her back and doing
counterattacking and shit.
counterattack, parrying and
trained fucking triad soldiers are just getting destroyed.
Bro, they killed all of China for this movie. Like every person in China.
They don't have a gang as this gang is done.
The triads are done. They're over. Yeah.
Clean up the streets.
Well, that's gonna do it for us, folks. There's our thoughts on Havoc. Did you watch it? Let us know what you thought about it down in the comments. We'd be curious if you liked it more than we did. If there's anything else that you want to comment on that we talked about throughout the episode, feel free to leave that down below. We have a Discord where we post all of our movies that we're watching for the month. So schedule. I don't know why I didn't just say schedule to begin with. We post that in Discord. We have to work on the schedule for May. But if you want to watch along with us so you're in the know, head on over to Discord and join up. But yeah, so we don't know what we're watching next week, but we'll be back then with whatever it is. And we hope you are too. Thanks for watching and or listening. Leave a like on the video, all that cool stuff that everybody on the internet tells you to do. And subscribe if you have not done so. We'll catch you then.
See ya.